So let's take on two legal stories that are in the news today. One involves Trump henchman Stephen Miller, and the other, the trial that is underway in Michigan involving the plot to kidnap Governor Whitmer. Let's do a quick legal update of these two stories, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So let's take on two developing legal stories. The first involving Donald Trump's xenophobic henchman, Stephen Miller, and the second involving these four yahoos who are on trial for conspiring to kidnap Michigan Governor Whitmer. First, let's take on the Michigan case. This from U.S. News and World Report. Jury picked for Michigan Governor Whitmer kidnap plot trial. And that article begins, a jury was selected Tuesday for the trial of four men charged with plotting to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer in 2020. Extraordinary allegations of violence planned against an elected official that led the presiding judge in the case to advise the jury, this isn't your average criminal trial. And friends, based on opening statements in the case, it seems like the government's case, the prosecution's case, is pretty strong. This from Courthouse News. In his opening statement, Assistant U.S. Attorney Jonathan Roth accused the men of a terrifying plan to kidnap the Democratic governor so they could hogtie her and take her away. Roth said federal agents intervened when it was learned the plan included blowing up a bridge. Okay, but what about the opening statements of the defense attorneys? Well, the alleged mastermind, the leader of this group, is this guy, Adam Fox. What did Adam Fox's defense attorney tell the jury in opening statements? Well, Fox's lawyer said his client was a hapless, pot-smoking misfit who was influenced by an FBI informant whom he met at a protest, not a mastermind of the 2020 plot as prosecutors allege. A hapless, pot-smoking misfit. Only the best people. Well, one thing we can perhaps all agree on is Adam Fox is probably no mastermind. But the good news is you don't have to be a mastermind to be held accountable for your crimes. But speaking of hapless misfits, let's turn to Stephen Miller, because he's back in the legal news today as well. Recall that the House Select Committee investigating the insurrection, the January 6th attack on the Capitol, subpoenaed Stephen Miller for testimony and for documents and other information. And they did so because Stephen Miller has some really important, relevant information to provide. Here is how Chairman of the House Select Committee, Benny Thompson, described some of the information they were subpoenaing from Miller. By Miller's own account, he participated in efforts to spread false information about alleged voter fraud in the November 2020 election, as well as efforts to encourage state legislatures to alter the outcome of the November 2020 election by appointing alternate slates of electors. Miller and his team also helped prepare for Trump's remarks at the Ellipse on January 6th prior to the riot, was at the White House that day, and was with the former president when he spoke at the Stop the Steal rally, the committee added. So Stephen Miller's information is relevant to the 10th power. So of course, Stephen Miller just filed a lawsuit to try to stop the committee from getting some of this critically important evidence. This from CNN. Former White House senior advisor Stephen Miller filed a lawsuit Wednesday seeking to block a subpoena for his phone records from the House Select Committee investigating January 6th. The committee has sought testimony from Miller as well, saying that he spread misinformation around the presidential election and pushed officials to change the results of the election. And get this, friends. According to the lawsuit seeking to block the phone records subpoena, Miller is on a T-Mobile family plan with his parents. While the committee is only seeking records related to Stephen Miller's phone number, the suit says Miller is concerned that T-Mobile may respond to the subpoena by producing data for other numbers assigned to the family plan. So Stephen Miller is just trying to protect mom and dad's cell phone records, in the event T-Mobile confuses the numbers on the subpoena. Stephen Miller also complains that the information contains personal communications with medical professionals and family regarding his wife and newborn daughter. Miller argues that the subpoena violates his privacy rights. He also argues the House's subpoena of call logs and other subscriber information about his family plan were too broad. These arguments by Stephen Miller are losing legal arguments. Heck, they're barely legal arguments at all. What this really is a frivolous, obstructionist lawsuit designed to delay matters. And the courts will reject it pretty quickly, I suspect. Because justice matters. Friends, as always, please stay safe, please stay tuned, and I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.